All Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by CoinTrader Inc. Mind your money, and recorded in front of a live studio audience.
This is a strange place, though, New Orleans, because you can't tell what no motherfucker is down here. No, because you motherfuckers look white to be black, and the black ones talk that funny kind of shit. You know, you talk to them and say, "Wait, what is it? What do you want? You come back, you like me yet?" And the girl say, "You gonna fuck me for true?" Shit like that, you know, this is shit. See, you go up north, white folks don't know what to do. You must say, "Well, it's a different kind. He must be from Brazil somewhere."
A true New Orleans accent sounds far more like a New York accent.
Yeah.
Like if you took that New York guy, it's like, hey, move it. What are you doing? Get out of my way. Where you going? What do you want? Get out of my face. What do you want from me? I'm going my way. You go yours. What? Take that guy and give him a few Valium, right? And once those Valium take effect, now you got like a legit New Orleans accent. Just sort of like, where you going? That's crazy. I'll come. What you do? Like a true New Orleans accent sounds far more like a sedated firefighter from Brooklyn. Oh, they got a fire over there? Oh, that's crazy, dude. Oh, I gotta fight it? Yeah, that's all right.
Here at All Over the Road New Orleans, the podcast, we'd like to thank all of our listeners, followers, and subscribers for 4 good seasons, and welcome to the show.
It's another All Over the Road New Orleans podcast. This is the king of all podcasting from Toronto. From New Orleans to CoinTrader Studios with Ted Simper and our very special guest. You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. He's a regular. The one and only Derek. So I figured I'd play a little Derek in the Dominoes.
I get it now, yeah.
I got you. Just a minute or so.
What do you do when you want it? Nobody's waiting by your side.
This is Teddy, little Teddy, the other Teddy, wishing you Happy New Year from All Over the Road, New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, Derek and the Dominoes and Layla, the big show. This is a former disc jockey. You think the Del Carlos.
Come on, baby.
Down doing this podcast, Derek and Orleans.
Derek's here, but he didn't bring the Dominoes.
Right.
He's your Derek.
Derek, I posted, or I sent you the picture of Derek. He came over here. What night did you come over? New Year's night?
Yeah, I think it was New Year's night.
Yeah.
And we played what?
We played dominoes.
We played dominoes.
Exactly right.
Like that, Derek? Like the dominoes.
Yeah, I got you.
It's all coming together.
You get it, Derek?
Yeah.
The dominoes.
Put down my headphones a little bit, just slightly, please.
No.
Okay.
I got some Lou Malnati's pizza brewing downstairs. Michael Semper, Teddy's brother, is the official chef down there. We got it brought in.
He's a good guy to be in charge. He's that kind of guy.
And, Derek, of course, was the co-star of HGTV's Selling the Big Easy. Now he's adjusting to civilian life. And what's going on? I mean, how's it going?
I think it's called PTSD. Is that
really?
After the fact,
Yeah.
it's now I still occasionally get recognized by little old ladies in the grocery store, but it's they mistaken me for Robert Redford though. It's an odd thing.
Yeah,
so,
the hair, you do look like a local.
Yeah,
That was because of that
so.
picture that we posted. Probably had something to do
what
with that.
happened? I sent you.
I posted it. It's on Instagram.
With
somewhere.
with the chest hairs.
Yeah.
It wasn't on Facebook. You just put it on Instagram.
I didn't think it was appropriate for Facebook.
I think
Well,
it is.
I mean, you never know. I mean,
I think it is.
That was my call. I'll take responsibility. But
He comes over here New Year's night, him and his smoking hot wife, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And he was wearing, now what was that, Derek? It was a pajama shirt. It's a pajama top.
it's pajama top.
But it's a pajama top that you can wear not as a pajama top. It's a dual purpose pajama top. Is that correct?
That is
Am I right by saying
100% true. And actually, my wife has now taken liberties. I now have 3 more on the way. She liked the way it looked on me.
yeah.
Yeah, had the old Sternum Bush showing, so it was.
What are you expecting? To have a little slumber party over there?
What was that?
Uncle
What was that?
Vic's
You had what showing?
That was a little Sternum Bush.
Yeah.
That was
Like that. Sternum Bush.
Sternum Bush.
Get a lot of likes on that
You
photo.
should shave it into a little, like diagram or something.
Right. Should just change it up. Got Valentine's Day
big
coming
D.
in with a little heart.
A big D for Derek.
Right.
A big D for Derek. So you came over, we played a little dominoes. It was really fun. And,
Yeah.
and of course, we had the whole family. Everybody was playing. We had bunch of people playing.
It was a family affair.
Yeah, it was good. It was really nice.
It was a great time. My wife, who'd never played Mexican dominoes before.
Yeah. We even had a Mexican here.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
It's always good to have one.
Always good to have a Mexican.
So
I was going to come, Vic, but I ended up staying in Baton Rouge. Had my mother-in-law in town, and my brother, of course, went to my daughter. Let's see, it would be my son-in-law's family party, which they do every New Year's Eve. I said, you're blowing about $10,000 worth of fireworks. He said he only spent like $2,500 to $3,000, which is quite a bit, and it was quite a show. It was just a small neighborhood, and it was like about 8 to midnight party. But did y'all drive New Year's Eve at all? In Baton Rouge, it was the thickest fog I've ever seen. It took us a 10-minute drive took us about 45 minutes. Couldn't even see the road.
Well, it was freezing on Christmas, and then all Derek, and of course, Derek, I don't know if you know this or not, is a meteorologist. He just got his sheepskin.
Certified.
I think it's a lambskin, actually, not a sheepskin.
No, actually,
it's a lambskin.
I pay a little bit more. I got the sheepskin.
It's like you're wearing nothing.
Worth every penny.
Yeah. From Penn State University, who, of course, tore down Joe Paterno's statue and hit it with
a shoe.
A shoe.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Derek,
That's right.
And so now what happened there? How did we go from freezing? Correct me if I'm wrong. Should I not be talking all this weather stuff with you? I think it's exciting.
It's educational.
It was a phenomenon, really. I mean, that night, actually, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day night, it was scary to be on the road.
I mean, it lasted into, I think, about 10, 11 New Year's Day.
It was wild.
Morning.
It was wild. Yeah, no,
It didn't occur until close around midnight.
Yeah.
So what was the cause? What happened there?
Well, you had warming air. Obviously, it wasn't as cold on New Year's, and then you had that really cold water, and so it was a combination of just the right elements. And there are some that actually think that the smoke that comes along with the fireworks that will add to
so it did contribute to it somewhat, probably.
I'm a little reluctant to believe that. I don't know. I saw several meteorologists around the town saying like maybe we shouldn't be doing this. It's really, and I'm like,
This is Weatherman Jalapeno Hemo reporting live for 504 WTF News. I'm here with a warning. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your wigs, eyelashes, fake asses, and mustaches. Shit's about to get real. Back to you, Tyrone.
So you're saying you disagree with some of these people?
Oh, yeah. We go toe-to-toe regularly online.
Now, you can catch Derek's regular forecast not only on the All Over the Road Facebook page, but on your own Facebook page.
On my own. That's exactly right.
Now, since you've been on the show and you've been off the TV show, have you been sharing the show is what I want to know. Have you been sharing our show and we have you on the show? Are you still ashamed to share the show?
I'm not. I was never ashamed before. I was just contractually obligated to not before. So as it is now...
Share away.
I'm going to share away.
Share away. Show that you care.
Share away now.
He does care, so share.
He does care. Exactly. He does care. So now, what the other thing was too is he's actively looking for a weather anchor.
Yep.
I guess what you would call it, position.
Yeah.
And you said you had a little something maybe brewing in Baton Rouge. Didn't you say that? You had someone that might have been interested in Baton Rouge or no?
No, just here locally here in New Orleans.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind working in Baton Rouge.
And what did they tell you? You went to work? Do we want to say who it was?
Well, I won't go as far as saying who it was.
Can I say who it was?
Oh, you can say who he was. Yeah,
it was Channel 8.
It was Channel 8. Okay, there you go. So, but apparently I don't have quite the resume yet. Even though 10 years of broadcast, degree
radio,
from Penn
television.
State. Yeah, and I know a few things. And let's face it, I got the sternum bush. But at the same time, they said it wasn't enough. So,
I shaved my sternum bush.
Well,
I should start growing it out, huh?
It's not going to get you a job at Fox 8. I'll tell you that.
I can tell you that. They tell you not enough experience. Ted, what do you think of that?
I live in Baton Rouge, not too far away, of course. But if you're open to it, I mean, Baton Rouge is a smaller market, so I don't know how the pay scale is or what you're looking for. I sent Derek a video of a guy who's on he's on Channel 33, the NBC affiliate. Mm-hmm. He's 22 years old, and he looks like he's dead. Did you see it?
Yeah.
He looks like he's 12.
Yeah, he's a very young looking man.
But I will, and I did a little investigation, like on Facebook, just to see who's I can't remember his name, but he's the weekend guy, and he was filling in during the week, and I sent the video to Derek, but he's 22, and I will say this, he doesn't mess up. He's pretty composed. He's a young guy. I think it's like his first or second job. So that's like, a market you can just kind of jump into.
Yeah, right. I have your first weather gig there.
Yeah, so I don't think you
can jump in right here, is what I think.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm really all over the road, TV network to launch. And then,
you have your own green screen.
We can do that.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I mean, TikTok comes with a green screen.
Does
I
it
mean,
really?
you can,
No kidding.
huh?
Oh, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah, you can throw any backdrop you want there.
Yeah,
That's
you can
right.
make the weather however you want.
Oh, sweater weather. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. Oh, God, I would. Finally, sweater weather. Sweater weather. About time. It's about time. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. Finally, sweater weather. It's
True.
I guess.
I guess
We're gonna have to start doing that. We're gonna have to start
that'd
doing
be a good time.
Yeah,
that
that's,
way you
I mean, yeah, with the green screen. I mean, every weatherman, weather girl has to have a green
Well,
screen.
you gotta have a composite, some kind of tape to show them, don't you? Or
That's
no?
true. Let's
Yeah.
put one together.
We should.
We
It'll
should.
be fun. We'll
I
put
think
one
so.
together.
Yeah, no, I like that. In fact, I could look like I'm in the eye of a hurricane, and I'm just right here in the comfort of the All Over the Road
Yeah.
studio. I'm okay with this.
Now, anybody that listens to this podcast on a regular basis knows that it's not necessarily politically correct. It's not. But this is what I don't. First of all, I don't. There's what I'm about to say. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. Well, I mean, but it seems to me that to get a job as a weather anchor, you either have to be, all right, a little light in the loafers. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. An effeminate man,
Mm-hmm.
or a skirt. A young, gal. And you're neither of those.
No,
But
it
you
is
do have this
2023
sort of-
though. I could be a man and wear a skirt though. And that actually
That
might
could break through the clutter.
This could be it. This could be our. Now that we're talking it out loud,
Yeah,
I like
we're talking about
Hey, you
it.
got to
Yeah.
have an edge. I don't know.
We got 5 subscribers. maybe.
Everyone needs a shtick.
Yeah.
So
this podcast maybe 5 or 6 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then actually you and Martha look about the same size, so we can maybe try on some.
For wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll
We go-
do it in front of the green screen.
Yeah.
With you in a dress.
I like
low
it.
cut. So you got the sternum hair showing.
So you
I like it.
Yeah.
It's like a
That's
Mrs. Doubtfire goes
Yeah.
goes and does meteorology. I like it.
What do you think of that?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Let's toss it around.
We'll have to do that.
Yeah, I
Okay,
like
so
this.
another thing I wanted to say is that what's been going on. Of course, everybody knows about my veneers that are being
Oh,
made
we all know.
by Nick.
We all know it's coming this year, right? 23.
I'll have them in my mouth done by the end of February.
Oh,
This is
okay.
exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah,
and
cool.
of course, Teddy are going to take a trip to Hollywood, and I'm going to try to break into show business. We're going to be
Oh,
gone for
that's
2
right.
weeks.
You're serious about that?
Yes, we're going to be gone for 2 weeks.
You tried to break into show.
I'm gonna try to break into show business.
In what way? Oh, the stand up.
Do a little stand up. I don't know. Who knows?
Let's do it.
I plan on maybe dropping a few more pounds.
Yeah.
Well, not a few more. I just dropping something.
So it's after dropping something.
dropping something.
So the veneers would be obviously first,
Yeah.
and then the Hollywood thing after.
Well, I'm working on the other thing now, because I'd gotten down to
Yeah.
about 218, and now I blew
Have you?
back up to 240.
Have you looked into that? People call it the skinny shot. It's going
No.
around.
No.
It's really weird. I went to dinner with some friends last night, right? With my wife, and we were talking about all kinds. She's a realtor, so a couple of realtor friends, and this and that. And we're talking about the shot. It's the drug is. I can't
Well,
say.
who's someone you know is getting the skinny shot?
They're getting it, so
are
they're.
they?
They're the friends of the friends.
Okay.
And 2 of them are getting the shot. And
Male or female?
One's male, one's female,
Okay.
and both having great success. I had never seen these people before, so I couldn't really say,
Gotcha.
oh, you look great. But Hazel said, my wife said they look great since the last time she saw it. So they're talking about the drug, which is Modurin. I don't know if you ever heard of that. So
Yeah,
the weirdest thing is, last night I'm going through TikTok videos, and I'm seeing 3 or 4 videos about that. That just shows that they're listening to my phone. They listen to the conversation. I go home that night. I'd never seen videos about this drug previously, but I wanted to know if y'all ever heard of that. I guess not.
I have heard of it.
Okay.
Okay. And what it is it's a drug that they inject in you. It's an injection. Okay. Oh, you said it was a shot. It's an injection.
Yeah, it's a shot.
It's an injection, and it has some kind of fat burner in it. It works on the thyroid, speeding up the thyroid.
That's right. She said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what they use is they actually use real human placenta.
Okay.
Placenta, like a woman's placenta. And they use that. And apparently that works. However, whenever you mess with the thyroid, that could be, the only way to lose weight is to change your freaking attitude and to change your
yeah.
habits and
Or
your
your
willpower,
eating
your
habit. Yeah.
self-control. I mean, look, that's how you do it. It's got to click in your head. The times that I've lost weight, because I've struggled with my weight my whole life. I was the fat catcher, I used to have some kid down the block who used to call me the bag pants, He was like 5 years old, and I'd walk by. I was like 10. I'd walk by his house. He'd go, the bag pants. D. I didn't know this kid. He was just a little heckler. He was like a 5-year-old heckler. This guy was hilarious.
I hope he's not in the crowd when you.
Oh, jeez, I just spilled my.
Oh, my. We're going to go off the air?
Jeez.
Remember when that happened in radio? You had to call the engineer. or
They
make a quick cleanup, and hopefully it didn't get in the control board. I don't think you did. I think we're cool.
Great going there, back band.
So what we're going to do is when we come back, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to call Nick, ask him how the teeth are going. And then I want to talk a little bit about the Pelicans and a couple other things, because I'm back on board with the Pelicans. We'll do that when we come right back. All the Road Podcast.
This is Weatherman Jalapeno Hemo reporting live for 504 WTF News. I'm here with a warning. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your wigs, eyelashes, fake asses, and mustaches. Shit's about to get real. Back to you, Tyrone.
Oh, sweater weather. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. Oh, God, I would. Finally, sweater weather. Sweater weather. It's about time. It's about time. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. Finally, sweater weather.
I don't care what people tell you, inflation is here. They're about ready to put a tax on beef, a tax on pork. Have you seen the price of milk? Inflation is here. Shortages are here. And financially, you got to figure out what the heck you're going to do with excess cash. They call it discretionary income. Well, the best thing that you need to do is to contact our friends at Coin Trader Inc. They deal in all the precious metals, rare coins. It's completely private. You don't need a social security number. You could be Bozo the Clown and open an account with Coin Trader. They've been around for 15 years. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call them today and protect your hard-earned wealth. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rare U.S. and ancient coins. They're experts in all that stuff. Give them a call at 504-267-6004 and tell them the king of all podcasts sent you.
Hey, this is William Wallace, my show, William Wallace for America. Thank you so much for tuning into my show, where I'm always looking for things to unite America and solutions that we can all agree on to help preserve the great country we live in. And when I'm not doing that, I'm listening to the All Over the Road podcast. And remember, sharing their podcast and my podcast is caring.
Welcome back to the big show. It's Victor Del Toro with Ted Semper and Derek. Yes, Derek. And, he's the podcaster's pet.
I feel like Oprah when I'm just the one name. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Oprah, we just, a couple shows ago, we had on Ella Grace, who sang the national anthem at the Saints-Carolina game.
What a talent there.
Great talent. She's been doing a musical at Pigeon Forge, A Christmas Story in Pigeon Forge, and she has a new single out called Here I Am. And when she was here, we had talked a little bit about, the Saints and the Pelicans. They're originally originally she was doing the national anthem for the Pelicans, and the Saints said, "Hey, no, heck with the Pelicans, we want you." And she sang the national anthem and did a great job. And we were starting to talk a little bit about the Pelicans, and the Pelicans, they were rolling, and then now they're on a little losing streak. And now Zion's hurt for 3 weeks. Well, I used to have season tickets to the Pelicans for years, Derek. Mm-hmm. And I had floor seats. I had seats close to the floor, half season, full season, big supporter. And then when COVID came, I just kind of opt out. I wasn't going to go to a game and wear a mask, and it's just no way to do it. Mm-hmm. So I opt out. And of course, they weren't nearly as good as they are now, which they're very good now.
Very good
basketball team. Willie Green, the coach, has done a great job. So I've been talking to one of the ticket reps there. His name is Giannis. Real nice guy. All the ticket reps are like 7 feet tall. I don't know, because you got to there's a height requirement to sell tickets to the Saints and the Pelicans. And so he's been kind of courting me. Mm-hmm. And I've been buying little 3-game packages and all this. And some of the tickets that he gave me, I was sitting right across the aisle from the general manager, who is David Griffin. Is it David?
It is David.
Yeah.
I don't know if is it Griffin or Griffith?
No,
Griffin.
it's
David
Griffin. It's Griffin.
Okay.
I want to say Geffen.
Geffen.
David
Geffen. Yeah.
But he's David Griffin. And so I'm sitting right across the aisle from him, right? Mm-hmm. And the game's going on. I go, Griff. And he looks over at me, and I just mouth it. I go, I'm mouthing, thank you. Because now finally somebody over there on Airline Highway has got their, SHIT together.
Yeah.
And he's one of them. He's done a great job. So they're very competitive. So the other night, I had sat on the floor. I took my friend that was in from Memphis. Mm-hmm. We went to see the Sixers game, and we were sitting on the floor. And right when you sit on the floor, they put one of these little cards on your seat. Okay. And it brought back memories to me. All right. And I'm going to read you what's on the card. Mm-hmm. All right. It says this. It says, during NBA games, in all NBA arenas, every fan is required to comply with the NBA's fan code of conduct. Okay, there's a fan code of conduct there.
Sure. I did not know that.
You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Mm-hmm. It says this is particularly important for the fans like you, in parentheses, like you, with the seats in close proximity to the playing court. Now, when I sit by the court, when you sit on the court, they give you a piece of paper that tells you all the players' names. It's like a roster. It's like a program, but it's not a program. It's a one sheet of paper. And it shows you the coaches, all the players, and the referees and their names. So when I sit down close, I memorize their names and I try to get calls for the team. You know, like one of the guys' name was Kevin. I'm going, Kevin. He looks at me, I'm like doing an elbow, like the guy's elbowing. And I try to get calls.
You're working the refs.
You're the sixth man.
Yeah, I work the refs. I work the refs. And I've gotten calls before. I got 2 clear path fouls in one game. All right. And I go, that's a clear path. And I do the little, review it, review it. I've got review. I get calls. Okay. So, with seats close proximity to the playing court. Fans who act inappropriately will not be tolerated and may be subject to ejection from the arena and or revocation of their tickets.
Okay.
Dropping all kinds of stuff.
Revocation. That's serious.
Yeah. It says, we encourage you to enjoy the game and to cheer for your players and teams in a respectful way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'm sure you abide by that.
I do.
Yeah.
Now, there was one game we played when Chris Paul, who used to play for us,
Right.
went and played for the LA Clippers.
Yep.
And there was a guy, he's still in the league, that plays center, DeAndre Jordan. All right. And at that time, we had this really goofy Czech center. I don't know. It doesn't make a difference. It's Czechoslovakian, don't matter.
It gives us a better
Eastern Bloc.
Paint the picture.
Czechs.
Paint
The Czechs
the
are good
picture.
basketball players. The
Yeah.
Czechs.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so his name was Hasek. Remember Hasek?
I do.
No, Hasek sucked. He was he sucked.
He dominated the Czech league the one.
I'm sure. Yeah.
He did. Oh, God. Hold on a minute.
Take a drink there, Victor.
Choking over here.
Yeah. All right.
So I was sitting right on the floor, right behind the Clippers bench.
Okay.
All right. And I'm riding Chris Paul. No profanity. No, nothing I couldn't say in front of it. Just commenting on the play. Like I was telling Chris Paul, you're sloppy. And then I was telling DeAndre Jordan that, Hasek was eating his lunch, and he was. And it's the third quarter. He had 2 points and 1 rebound. I mean, he was getting this. The Czech was owning him. And I'm letting him know.
It was like back in the Czech league.
Yeah, letting them know. And Doc Rivers was the coach. And and this was a game that they had to win to kind of make the playoffs. It was toward the end of the season. So I'm there with my buddy, Terrell Cobbins, TC, the former landlord, Uncle Laurel with the Gotti Boys.
Gotcha.
Who has been miraculously changed by the Lord. And his kid is going to be an NFL player, Kalaj Cobbins at Destrehan. They won the state championship. So he's with me. He's a big mountain of a man, Mm-hmm. And so I'm heckling. And so one of the guys in the gold coats come up and they say, hey, sir, can you come with me? Now I'm sitting in the front row I'm right behind the bench. I'm going, I can't. I said, am I being upgraded here? I couldn't be upgraded anymore.
You're front row on courtside, right?
Yeah.
They handed you a jersey at this point.
And they take me underneath the stands and they read me this card. All right. Now I'm a season ticket holder. And I look at him. I said, dude, what are you talking about? I said, I use no profanity. I'm just commenting on the play of the players. What do these guys do when they go to LA, New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, Boston, where they have real hecklers?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, real hecklers that study the player, know their wives' names, their kids' names, and they really heckle. And I looked at the guy and said, dude, I'm a season ticker. I said, get out of my face. Can I go back to my seat now? So I go back to my seat. TC is acting like he doesn't know me. He's like, hey, man. I thought he was behind me the whole time.
But he didn't get called out. You did.
No, I did. I thought at least he'd follow me. He's my boy. He's supposed to be following me. He didn't follow me. He left me on my own. I come back, go, dude, where were you? And he's looking around like he doesn't know me. I'm going, that's a fine, how do you do? Well, the guy behind me goes like this. He goes, I don't know why they pulled you aside. I was heckling too. And I said, dude, don't put yourself in my heckle category. I said, my voice carries. So it's getting toward the end of the game. And I'm a big supporter of the Pelicans right now. I love them. They're fun to watch. They're a great young team. I mean, they're really, it's something to be excited about here because the Saints were so dismal.
Yeah.
And so it's going toward the end of the game. Now DeAndre, did I stop heckling? No. I didn't stop. I went back. And so DeAndre now is trying to cut up in the stands and get at me. He wants a piece. This is 7'2". He's 7'2", like the 290 pounds. He's a tower. And I'm going, yeah, come on. I'm telling him, come on. And then Doc Rivers turns around, the coach. He goes, hey, man, leave my boys alone. I said, you know what, Doc? I said, there was a minute left in the game. We were up by 4. And I look at TC. I said, dude, we got to get out of here. I said, because if this game turns around and we don't win, I said, they're going to give it to me. I said, I don't want to be here if that happens. Now, we ended up winning. but it was a minute late. He goes, come on, man, why are we leaving? I said, you don't know me anyway. I'm leaving. So he follows me. And right when I got to start to walk up, to the concourse there, Doc turns around. I go, Doc, let me tell you something about the playoffs, Doc. I said, the only place you're going is back to the Hotel de la Quinta on Williams Boulevard. Not going anywhere. So when we got there at the game the other day, and I saw the card, not only did it bring back memories, okay, but, I told the guy behind me with the gold coats, I said, you got any more of those extra cards? So I got a whole bunch of them now. So if I want to hand it to someone, if I go to a game and some guy's not behaving himself,
you can hand them out.
I'm going to hand the cards out. I'm going to hand out the cards myself. But the Pelicans are having a great year. And, of course, Zion Williamson is an amazing guy to watch.
What's his injury? What is it?
He's got a hamstring.
Hammy. It's a hamstring.
So 3 weeks, you said, from?
Yeah, and they play tonight on national TV. And anyway, kudos to Willie Green and the Pelicans.
Yeah.
And, of course, David Griffin, the general manager.
Doing a great job.
And, they're just doing a fantastic job. Now, what I wanted to say real quick, is just that our thoughts and prayers are still. Now, I don't know when this is going to air, what we're taping here, but when we're taping here, Damar Hamlin, who plays for the Buffalo Bills, is still unconscious. He's still in the Cincinnati Medical Center. We've got the finest treatment you can possibly get. And so we're praying for him and his family. He was involved in a tackle on Monday Night Football against the Bengals and actually died.
They said twice.
Yeah, and so
on the field,
what basically happened was is that, and there's many meteorologists, and the weird thing about this whole story that really kind of puzzles me, but on the other hand, it doesn't. Derek, you were in television, especially with sports and everything, is that not one doctor has gotten in front of the camera and said what's going on. But then again, if that doctor gets in front of the camera, they'll never leave him alone.
Right,
that guy will never have a moment's peace. So they haven't said anything. But apparently what basically happened is this. He made a tackle. When he made the tackle, the player's helmet hit him in the chest by the heart. And if you're like between beats, it can stop your heart. And that's what it did, because he hit the guy and he stood up. He was fine. And all of a sudden he just collapsed and he was dead before he hit the ground.
It's wild.
But they came out. It's funny because if he'd been anywhere else but on a football field, he would have died. He would have definitely died. But they came out there with resuscitation stuff. I mean, they knew right away. They came right out. And so, thank God that the young man's still alive. He's 24 years old, and he had to go. He has a charitable. All these players have a foundation or a charity, and his is something to do with kids and toys. It's not Toys for Tots, but it's something else. And they were looking to raise $2,500 for kids. And right now, today, the GoFundMe page is up to $6 million.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
I contributed. And to all of you that also contributed, and for all we know, when this podcast airs, he may be, fine. Hopefully he is.
We're praying and hoping for that to happen. And as we're recording this, it's still very early, so much probably has changed by the time this is posted. And he was moving in a more positive direction.
But the thing is, and where you got to pray is this: is that there's two things that are going to happen. He's either going to wake up or he's not going to wake up. All right. I knew a guy that had an injury. He was in a coma for 3 years. Finally, they just said, hey, this guy, But in fact, his wife had already remarried.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, she was moving on, but I don't know.
Right.
But he didn't make it. And you don't really know where this kid's going to be until he opens his eyes. And you got to figure out if he has a brain left.
Right.
So that's what I'm praying, that he wakes up and everything's fine. And, football, I don't think the guy will ever play football again. I don't think he should.
No.
And it really kind of...
but his mom agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, and of course, we've had Delvin Breaux on our show before.
Yeah.
And Delvin Breaux broke his neck playing football.
He did,
and ended up playing years in the NFL, played in the Canadian League. And, I mean, that takes a lot of guts. But, and then I remember when it was happening, they were wondering about, we're going to play the game. And they ended up, rightfully so, not playing the game, not continuing the game. And I remember when Dennis Byrd got hurt for the New York Jets. It was back in the 90s, and he was paralyzed, and he was paralyzed. And since then, he's now walking. He doesn't walk like you and me, but he's walking. And they played that game. He's the one that gave the thumbs up on the stretcher. Well, this guy wasn't giving you anything. He was like, he was sugar.
Yeah, the whole thing, and just I feel bad for the commentators. The game, obviously it's a tough spot to be in, regardless. Trying to fill in that time, as you guys would know. But at the same time, what do you say? You know, you're trying to both be sensitive to the situation, all the while it is a football broadcast, trying to bring light to the fact that, you know, this game did have lots of playoff ramifications, number one seed, so on and so forth. And, you know, all things considered, I think everything was handled pretty well. And it was nice to see the online community, at least, really were pretty in a consensus. This game, stop it now. We can't get these guys back on, because for a while there, the guys were warming up, looking like they were going to start playing again. Yeah. And I want to say, I think Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, they were sitting there, you know, talking about how they're like 5 minutes away from a restart and so on and so forth. But yeah, no, I mean,
and at the time they didn't know the severity.
Exactly.
But and the hit wasn't that. I mean,
it wasn't a crushing.
Yeah, no,
when you put your helmet in the guy's heart, you know, and this is what the cardiologist said, and you're between beats or something. He said that your heart can stop. You know, and it did. But I got to tell you this, you know, the NFL hasn't handled a lot of things correctly over the years, let's face it. And some of the improvements they've made in the game to make it safer, I really kind of applaud them for that, because the game has changed. You know, tackling in the old days, you know, when Jim Thorpe played in leather helmets, they would go and they'd wrap their arms around a guy and they'd tackle him. They'd bring him to the ground, and the helmet became a weapon in the 70s and 80s and the 90s. And so they've cleaned it up. But, you know, this is the thing you got to remember, people. These guys, they put their lives on the line. These guys are so big and so fast and so strong that, you know, you go back 30 years, none of those guys could play in this league. None of them. You know, it's just the athletes have just come, you know, a long way. These are superior athletes, and, you know, they do need our prayers. And I just kind of think about being a player's wife and what that must feel like. You know, see your man go out there every week and have 40 high-speed collisions, like 40 car crashes a game.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it really kind of, you know, I've kind of been down on the NFL a little bit over the years. People say it's not the same. It's not the same. And, of course, there was all that sitting for the national anthem, not standing up or kneeling, and woke and not woke. And all that's kind of, thankfully, out of the game right now, and should be. I think politics should remain out of the game. And, you know, our hopes and prayers are with them.
So if I understand right, that's never happened. NFL games never been stopped and not continued.
Correct.
That's never. I thought that happened before.
It's never happened. And I don't think they're going to replay it.
They already announced today that they will not be. So it's
I don't know. Affect the playoffs.
It will.
But you know, what are you going to do? I mean, they were thinking about giving both teams a tie. That wouldn't have been good.
No,
Buffalo was winning 7-0.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, that was a big game. Those were the. I was looking forward to that because we had like 6 days of solid football. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I was finally saying, finally, I want to see a good game.
Yeah.
You know, because those are the two, in my opinion, those are in Kansas City. I mean, the 3 best teams are in the AFC. And I was looking forward to that game, and it didn't happen, and rightfully so. You know? Yeah. So anyway, our prayers go out to the Hamlin family. And hopefully by the time you hear this, he's up walking around and he's fine. Whether or not he plays football or not, doesn't really matter as long as he's well. All right, we're going to call Nick, and we're going to wrap it up here in a few minutes here when we come right back. All Over the Road, the podcast with Derek and Ted Semper.
The All Over the Road. Listen or comment live. Say whatever you want. 24 hours a day. Tell a story. Give your opinion.
You'll be on the next podcast. So go ahead. Don't be shy. Call 504-603-6753.
Hey, so I'm going to do this anonymously. We actually work in the movie and film industry out in New Orleans and also in various other states. And what is happening in New Orleans is that no one is really paying attention to is that the crime is actually having an effect on the movie industry. That's the biggest money getter in New Orleans that no one really even talks about. So the film industry typically was out in Harahan and out in Metairie. Not going to say where exactly, but out in those areas. And the crime is spilling over there, and it's getting so bad that the film production companies are actually moving their productions to Mobile, Alabama, and also into Florida. They're still getting the same tax benefits, but they don't have to worry about their safety. So they're filming in places like Fairhope, Alabama. They're filming in places like Mobile, north of Mobile. They still get the swamp look, they still get the city look, but without the crime. So, or near as much safety concerns. So, something to kind of keep in mind, and also in Florida, They're filming everywhere from Pensacola all the way across through the Panhandle and to mid Florida. So, which is not good. It's not good for the finance, the financial status of the city, and it's not good for employment opportunities because it does employ a lot of folks, from catering companies to clothing stores to restaurants to, suppliers, home decor places, interior decoration places that people own out there. Real businesses, that are affected by the film industry moving out because of the crime. And this is something that no one wants to speak about. No one wants to talk about. And people are really silent. They only see tourism, but tourism is not the main driver of money coming into the city. When we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, it's the film industry. So, and that's being affected. So just FYI, just an anonymous tip. Hope y'all have a great day. You have a blessed morning, blessed afternoon, blessed evening, and appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Nick Vogel, former executive producer of the year, and now
I'll just say, Nick, you can have the job back at any time. Anytime you want it, doors open, come on in.
How's it going, guys?
All right.
Good to hear from you.
Yeah, we got Derek here. We were just talking about his sternum. What'd you call it? A sternum bush?
It's a sternum bush.
He's got a sternum bush.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
It's bushly. I do. I do. You remember when I was looking at the side profile with all the hair?
Yeah. You got to really zoom in. There's some thick hairs in there.
Yeah, it's really the conditioner I'm using right now. It's really coming through. So.
Hey, Nick, tell Vic that it was posted on Instagram. The picture. You saw it, you right?
He doesn't look at it.
Is it?
It was.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Thanks for vouching for me, brother.
So Nick, listen.
Did you find that coin?
Yeah. No, we did. Yeah.
Good.
It's a long story.
Okay.
He need to edit that out, Ted. Did he find the coin?
Well, the coin trader.
So Nick, you're not at the lab, no? You're at home?
I am.
You're at the lab?
I'm at the lab. I got kids here running around.
Daddy, look at me.
It's a wild time.
Okay.
Daddy, look at me.
Who's that? Is that my granddaughter with you?
My grandson, your grandson, my son Goozy, and Harper and Emmy, and everybody's over here.
Oh, well, that sounds like a little party over there at Trinident. Now, you're an artist now, and you've been doing this for how long? Have you been making teeth now? How long has it been?
Going on a full year. In February, it'll be 1 year.
Oh, congratulations.
Yep.
I think you made a good career.
I'm actually painting a tooth right now as I'm talking to you.
All right. Is my case in the tray?
Your case is in the tray, and it's in the works.
It's in the works.
Okay, so it's in the tray, and I guess that's a start. I guess, right? It's undergoing.
How monetarily motivated are you to get this case done this month?
You got the balls to say that.
Well, he just mentioned it would be done in February. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say a number, and you say yes or no.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
5,000. 5,000.
5,000. I'm already paid that. You're double dipping. Gretchen's killing me over at Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, well,
5,000.
What's it worth? What's it worth to you?
How about this? If you don't, you're going to have to use your credit card at the Costco and not mine. How's that sound?
It's like not looking forward to that.
You're not looking forward to that, are you?
Well,
you'll be drinking skim milk.
I don't know. You were breaking up. I didn't quite hear you.
We have a bad line.
No, can't hear me. I got to ask you, Nick. When Vic first sat you down and he said, "This is what I want with my teeth," did the term gold, platinum, iced out, or anything like that come up?
No.
He said he wants a set of Steve Harvey chompers.
That's right.
Steve Harvey.
White,
now that is
Steve Harvey.
Yes.
White, so white it blinds you.
Like
so
a
white.
urinal.
Yeah, but that's hard to do on a white guy. Harder, I would say, than on Steve Harvey's a black guy. So that makes sense. Blinding teeth.
Oh my God.
I'm just being realistic here, Nick. Being
Well,
real,
I guess
man.
you can say that since I told the weathermen we're lighting the loafers. I guess you can say that.
Yeah. So is that just raises? So for Nick, that raises a bigger challenge.
No, it's easy. The color's easy. Isn't the color easy? No?
Oh, so easy.
It's so easy.
All right.
And I want the ridges on those back teeth. You know, like that little ridge thing.
Oh, they're gonna look unbelievable.
That way,
you're gonna be unrecognizable.
Yeah, and then of course I got Gretchen. We're gonna make a little bottom grill for me that can pop in and out because I want the grill.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, and you know, money's no object for that. I want the grill bad. All right, what sounds like you're babysitting? You're taking our place today.
How do you get any work done?
There's a lot going on right now.
This is probably why this has been happening. This is why this has been going on for so long.
The teeth could have been done a month ago.
Yeah. We got you.
Yes. I love you guys so much, though.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We miss you on the show. You're a busy man, I know, but
like I said,
y'all are killing it.
He can come back anytime.
Go ahead.
King of all podcasts.
It's
we got to do more man on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want more man on the street stuff?
Yeah, you got to do it in like a public area though. You got to go like to a park.
Well, you almost got shot last time we did.
Well, yeah. We went to the grocery. We went to the grocery store. Yeah. And then we went. Where else? The mall, Lakeside Mall.
Well, I don't know about Lafayette Park, Nick, because that Evergreen Hotel's right down the street. You never know what's going on.
I don't know if there is a safe place in town.
There really isn't.
You think about
it.
That's okay. I don't know.
That
all right,
Evergreen
guys.
Hotel.
Y'all are having so much fun.
They keep offering.
Let me go.
All right, goodbye, Nick.
They offer the free HBO as though that's still like a selling feature.
We might consider taking out some bodyguards with us. Armed bodyguards when we go public. I don't know. In the public.
I don't know, but I can tell you what, there may be some dangerous places to go in the city, but the food is really good, and that's why people come here.
That's a big deal.
Exactly. I heard there's a nice short-term rental in the quarter. Mayor pops in, pops out. Apparently very secure. Bodyguards sometimes hang out there. Maybe you guys just go record down there. Be super.
Really, you can get us access to that? Is that the same place that the mayor uses?
That's the same one. Yeah, it's exactly the same one.
Yeah. Hey, what street is that on? Do you know?
It's in Jackson Square.
It's right off Decatur. Yeah, it's right there by Jackson Square.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so always got great security in the area. Sometimes on the premise.
That's a good idea. Excellent.
All right. Well, the next time we have Derek on, I think you're going to make a major announcement, aren't you?
I will.
Come on.
I will.
A major announcement, and we're working on a little real estate deal. What do you think our chances are?
I'd give it 50-50.
Let's do 50-50.
I'll take that.
Now, we got some Lou Malnati's downstairs. Anybody interested?
Yes, I'm very interested. If there's any left, my brother's down there, and whoever else, so hopefully there'll be some left. I mean, you ordered quite a few.
I'm sure there will.
How many did you get? 12?
I bought 12 pizzas.
We'll be good.
I'll blow through those in a week.
He's from Illinois, his brother. I was saying.
From Illinois.
He said Illinois?
He said Illinois.
From Illinois. Well, I was just thinking, for him, this is just like, going down to like Copeland's or something, just getting, deep dish pizza. Okay, I got this everywhere. So.
Right.
Well, All Over the Road is, of course, it's recorded in front of a live studio audience. I want to thank Ted Semper, the glue of the show, and my buddy Derek. We're getting ready to take a trip at the end of the month. We're going to the Orange Beach. Huh? You in?
I'm in.
We're in. Teddy, you want to go to Orange Beach with us?
Let's go. Come on. Orange Beach, Florida Gulf Coast?
Yeah, Florida Gulf Coast.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll get you all the details in a minute, okay? And remember, if you're listening to the show and you like it, even if you don't like it and you want to aggravate somebody, you want to share it because
sharing is caring.
God bless y'all. See you next time. All Over the podcast. Keep listening. Check us out on TikTok and Instagram and Stitch.
Yeah, just search
Stitch and Glitch.
Search AOTR NOLA. Or AOTR New Orleans. Either one.
Thank you, Ted.
Coming to Coin Trader Studios, we're bringing it live. And who am I? I go by the name of Darkest Night. And Jada Hoyos is the one who brings a sick beat, to which we're getting pumped for topics this week. So now you grab my great soda and take a sip, while I turn it over to Katie, Nick, Ted, and Vic. It's all over. We're all over the road. We got a brand new show, so just lo and behold, from the bayou to the city to the burbs to the swamps, you better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
Oh, geez, I'm not even... The Rodecaster Pro goes off. These booger faces.
Booger faces.
Bluetoothers.
Probably when you went downstairs, it disconnected.
Yeah. Rodecaster Pro.
Freezing.
You know what it does? You know what it does, Ted? It keeps, spinning even though it's connected. Which is kind of weird. Here we go. Let me get ready to talk about my intro. You know I gotta talk about the intro. It's just what I do.
It's classic.
Here's another Carnival King Cake law. Traditionally, king cakes are not supposed to be eaten outside of carnival season. You're not supposed to eat it unless it's between January 6th and Mardi Gras Day.
We thank you all. This is the announcer guy speaking. For 4 seasons and all over the road, the podcast, New Orleans.
All Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by CoinTrader Inc. For real-time prices on gold, silver, palladium, and platinum 24/7, go to goldpricesnow.com. That's goldpricesnow.com.